Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997 back with another G.I. Joe The Rise of Cobra review, and this time it's going to be my Red Fang Ninja, the Cobra Ninja. Now, this guy looks awesome in packaging. They have him in this really cool pose. He comes with dual katanas. What looks to be the same, well yeah, it's the exact same launcher that the Storm Shadow originally came with two discs, which look like giant throwing stars, and his base. Now, before we move on, I want to say a little something that bugs me about this guy. I love the design of this guy, he looks great, but every time I look at him, my mind goes to one thing. The new Goblin. The Goblin from Spider-Man 3. I can't help shaking, this guy looks a little bit like him. But still, he looks awesome enough in packaging. Onto the back of the package, down here the rest of Wave 4. And his file card says, Red Fang Ninjas are mercenaries who work for Cobra Ninja Storm Shadow. The members of the secret underground faction have extraordinary skills and powers which have earned them a reputation as the best of the best. Preferred weapon, hand-forged steel heirloom katana sword. I've said it before, I've said it again, how many of these guys have hand-forged steel heirloom swords? Can't they just have a sword? It's kind of getting as ridiculous as everybody liking that one rifle. But anyways, I love this guy, even though he does kind of remind me of a crappy character from an even crappier movie, and let's pull him out of packaging. And here Red Fang Ninja is out of packaging. Now, let's get this out of the way really quick. Of course, this oversized rocket launcher, which... what do you even push on this one to make the Ninja... oh, it's the scope. Of course, he comes with two of these discs, and like what I said with the Ninja Mercenary Storm Shadow review, I would rather have seen them try giving him an actual tiny throwing star than wasting their time with this thing. I don't like these things. Anyways, throwing it off to the side, on to the Red Fang Ninja. Let's get a quick 360. He did come with two sword sheaths. Problem being, they barely fit into his back. They fall off a lot for the simple fact, his shoulder pads crisscross right there in the middle, and these things barely stay on. So, continuing on with a 360. So, Red Fang Ninja. This guy is really disappointing. I gotta say that right off the bat. Let's go on to detail. Well, he's got his goggles on, which his goggles do come off, to his credit. Boom. And other than that, he's black and purple. So, I wasn't crazy about that. He has the Cobra logo on either side. And like I said before, these straps are annoying. You can pull them off, but then he's just in a black jumpsuit. He doesn't really look very ninja-ish. These things are irritating. Can't even get them back on right. There we go. So, not only that, like I've said before, they really hinder putting on his sword sheaths. Which, let's try to cram those on. Oh, nope. Oh, they can be put on. It's just a real pain. Now, on to the fact about his swords. His swords, which are his only real accessory. This hand is closed so tightly you have to really, really fight to get the swords in his hand, which I've been prying them open so they should go a little bit easier. Yep. This hand is open so wisely, the swords will barely fit in his hand. Speak of the devil, this one came bent. Ever so slightly, but bent nonetheless. You can see here, it's in his hand, but it is not in there very well. As far as articulation, he has very, very limited articulation. It feels like someone, well, his legs are fine. There's no problem with his legs. His arms, however, have a lot of problems. It's hard to even make these things go up. Now, once you fight with them a little bit, they do get around to moving a little bit smoother, but really, I've been messing with this elbow joint for almost 15 minutes now. This elbow joint really wants to fight me every step of the way. And that just makes me think this thing is 3 seconds away from breaking constantly. So let's get the Red Fang Ninja back on his base. He doesn't really want to connect to the base all that well in the beginning either, but that's a problem that goes away with time. So, on to the Red Fang Ninja. Red Fang Ninja is from Wave 4, which means he's a little bit harder to find. Get his visor on, or his goggles, or whatever you want to call them. Oops, they went down around his neck. There we go. So, he has very limited accessories. I would have liked to seen some other ninja stuff come with him. Just like some of the Vipers or the G.I. Joe Pit Trooper, some of the troop builders can just be considered accessory packs. This guy has very limited accessories, and what he has doesn't really stay on him that well. So overall, these run $5 now, if you can find him. Like I said, he's from Wave 4, that means he's a pain to find, at least in my area. There's just not a lot to recommend this guy. Granted, he's a new design, kind of, he's something interesting that we haven't seen. He's another ninja, which I'm sure will be a selling point for him. But his articulation isn't very good. He barely holds his swords, and his sword sheaths can barely stay on his back. Sure, you can take off his shoulder straps, but then there's nothing there to really make him ninja-ish. So overall, I'm not fond of this guy. Now, I really think there's other characters out there. I mean, if you want a Cobra Troop Builder Ninja, I would even go as far as saying get Kamakura and repaint him, because he's great. This guy, not so much. I'd go a 6 out of 10, a very weak 6 out of 10. And this is JTrain997 saying I'll see you soon, YouTube.